Okay, so I cut this 2x2 hole in my ceiling, and the reason why I did that is because I suspected that there might not be enough ventilation in this one small area. It's a small peaked area. And so when you look in here, there's no insulation here at all. It's not a very big space, but there's absolutely no insulation in here at all. So what I'm doing today is going to be really hard to document because it's a really tiny space above the garage. It looks like an attic space, but it's really just a really small space where the roof comes to a peak. And there are 2 bedrooms above the garage, but they're offset back about, I guess, about 6 or 7 feet. So there's just this tiny little space that was uninsulated. The way I discovered it was I just cut a hole in the ceiling just to look in there and see. I kind of suspected it because my garage was actually getting hotter than my attic. But right now I'm putting some R19 insulation up there. It's a really tight space. So I ended up having to cut a bigger hole because the first hole has some Romex running across for the outside lights, the porch lights. The shit you're willing to do if you're an energy saving guru. You bust your ass to install some fiberglass, but you get it done. You gotta do it. You're compelled by the opportunity to save some green. You got to do it. You got to save that green. If you don't do it, then who the fuck will? Who the fuck will? Breaking all the rules is so easy. Whoa, forgot the reason. So easy. Whoa, don't confuse my heart with that. Finished the project putting some R19 up in the rafters. I cut all the pieces. It was 60-inch lengths. The width is 23 inches. It's a standard for 24-inch center studs. That I couldn't really be filming it the whole time. It would have just lengthened the process, and it was already a long and arduous process trying to just do it without even having the camera up there. It just was just killer. You just had to be on my stomach crawling through that, and it was just tough. It's like trying to crawl through a foxhole or something. So I mean, that's just what you do, man. If you want to try to save energy, you insulate everywhere you can. If you find out you don't have enough insulation, you know, the tip-off is, you know, one area is hotter than it should be. You walk it through your house, one area is warmer than the other in the summer. So when you're dealing with insulation, you need to make sure you have the proper attire on. You have to have some gloves. You have to have a long sleeve shirt. You can't just be doing installation butt naked wearing a pair of flip-flops or something. Don't do what I do because I'm a fool, but I'm an energy saving fool. So that's about it, man. Some of the stuff might stick on you.